Today I'm going to reveal the one secret prompt that can write any prompt for you, which is the ultimate ChatGPT hack. Hey, I'm Ewan. I've been running e-commerce business and SaaS business for over 15 years. And like many founders, I'm not a developer or AI expert. I started learning AI simply to save time, automate repetitive tasks, and grow my business smarter, not harder. And through that journey, I discovered that the secret to getting amazing results from ChatGPT isn't about coding or complex tools. It's about learning how to talk to it the right way. That's what this video is all about. So most people waste hours trying to learn prompt engineering. You do not need to do that because today I'm going to show you one simple sentence that does all the heavy lifting. ChatGPT will literally write the perfect prompt for you. Yep, you heard it right. You never need to guess or waste time again. Stick around because I'm going to break down the real science behind prompt engineering, how to write perfect prompts that actually work, and I'll reveal my master prompt at the end. The exact one that I use every day to generate perfect prompts for marketing, workflows, and automation. Most people think prompt engineering means just typing random stuff into ChatGPT. So, for example, write me a blog post about my business. That's like asking a designer, make me something nice. You always get a random result, with that kind of prompt, and people overcomplicated prompt with fancy templates or vague commands, and you do not need to do that. Instead, you just need to understand the simple science of how to talk to large language model or LLMs. And here's the truth. The hottest new programming language isn't Python or JavaScript. It's English. A clear, structured English. If you can communicate precisely, you can make AI system do work that used to take hundreds of lines of codes. That's what I'm going to show you today. So there are two main ways people use to chat with ChatGPT. So one is by conversational prompting. That means back and forth chatting with ChatGPT. So it's great for brainstorming or casual use. And the second way is to have a single shot prompting. So one perfect, well-designed instruction that works every time. So the second type is what powers automation, AI workflows, and voice agent, a system that needs consistent result with no human in the loop. That's where prompt engineering becomes a skill, not a shortcut. Okay, before we dive any deeper, it's really important to understand the foundations of prompt engineering because it's just like building a house. If the foundation isn't solid, everything you build on top will crumble. So you can't automate workflows, build AI agents, or create complex systems without first mastering on how to write a clear and structured prompt. So let's lay the groundwork together. Now, here's the best way to think about prompting. Imagine you have just hired a new staff member in your company. They are smart, capable, and ready to help, but they know nothing about your business yet. So if you just tell them, hey, go and write me an email, they'll probably look confused and come back with something completely off. But if you take 5 minutes to explain to them what your company does, who your customers are, what tone that you like to be used, and what specific outcome that you're expecting from them, that new staff member will do a much better job. Don't you agree with me? That's exactly how you need to communicate with ChatGPT. Prompting is basically training your AI assistant, giving it some background about your business, some context, and clear expectations in a structured way. So once you understand how to brief it properly, the quality of its works will skyrocket. So before you go further with AI automations or agents, you need to master these foundations first. So let's build the foundation together. A perfect prompt usually includes 6 core components, and research actually shows that using these can boost accuracy by up to 300%. The first component is its role. So you need to let the AI know who it is and hype it up from there. For example, you are a world-class email marketing strategist who writes persuasive, conversion-driven campaigns. Studies actually show By assigning a strong role and praising its ability can boost accuracy by up to 25%. Well, so the second component is the task that you would like it to perform. It's always best to start with a verb, for example, generate, analyze, classify, or plan, and give it clear step-by-step instructions. By adding step-by-step instruction, improves accuracy by up to 90% on complex tasks, and we call that a chain of thought prompting. So the next component is to give it some specific about the task. And it's best to use bullet points to reinforce the details that you're asking it to do. For example, to keep the tone friendly and natural, one bullet point, and the second bullet point to limit it to 100 words, and the third bullet point include a clear call to actions. So next component is to give it some context. So you need to explain the background to the AI on why you want it to perform such a task. For example, my business sells natural skincare products. Our audience is mom aged between 30 to 45 years old who value convenience and trust. So that context actually helps AI to think like part of your company, and it can come up with better result after that. Next would be to give it some examples. So it knows what you are expecting from it and it can produce better result as well. For example, if there's something that the AI keep missing, you can reinforce it by adding a short reminder or formatting note at the end of your prompt. This helps reiterate and refocus its attention on what's most important. For example, something like only output the final email copy. Do not include explanations. And always play its key info at the start and at the end of the prompt. The model actually pays more attention there. That's called the lost in the middle effect. And if you want it to be super clean, use markdown formatting. So it's like headings, hashtag headings, and bold to organize your prompt. Just like OpenAI does in their own system prompt, and it's common to have markdowns in the prompt that you are generating. All right. So this is how the whole prompt should look like when it's properly structured using Markdown format and including all 6 key components. So let's walk through it step by step. So it has the role on it. It says that you are an expert. Basically, what I'm asking ChatGPT to do now is to come up with a structured social media content calendar for a brand. Then in order for it to produce a great content calendar, we have to properly prompt it, and this is how a well-structured prompt will look like. So it has the role on it, and it's let ChatGPT know that is an expert social media strategist and content planner with 10 years of experience in creating viral content calendars and what is specialized in, and also the tasks that we're asking it to do to generate a comprehensive structured social media content calendar, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. And also each the calendar should include each day the theme, the objective, content type, the hook, content idea, caption, hashtag, call to action, and what specifics that we want it to follow. So we let ChatGPT know like the brand name that is creating the content for, the industry, target audience, main goals, tone of voice, platforms, and the posting frequencies, and also give it some context as well. For example, include current social media trends, audience pain points, and content psychology are relevant to the niche, and maintain consistency between caption, visuals, and tone, and give it some examples. You know how you want the content calendar that it generates looks like. So example post could include the theme like real skin, real confidence, feature unfiltered mom creators sharing their 2-minute morning routines. So this is the example for the brand Zuluk Skincare. So and this is the type of contents that you're expecting ChatGPT to generate with this prompt. Okay, and the type of contents that you're expecting, the reels and story, and some hook and caption. And so give it some notes as well, anything that you want to reiterate to ChatGPT to make sure that they can create the content calendar as required. So you ensure every post aligns with the brand values and target audience emotions, alternate between awareness, engagement, etc. So this is how the whole prompt should look like, a well-structured prompt. Now you understand the science behind good prompting. But let's be real, you're not going to sit down and write all that structure from scratch every time, right? That's where my secret tricks comes in. I use what's called a meta prompt. So basically a prompt that tells ChatGPT to write a perfect prompt for me. Yep, I'm literally using AI to help me talk better to AI. And this one sentence has probably saved me hundreds of hours. And I call this the master prompt. Okay, so let's hear this. You are an expert prompt engineer. Come up with the perfect prompt for the following workflow. Okay, now let's give it a try so that we can just run the prompt on ChatGPT. You are an expert prompt engineer. Come up with the perfect prompt for the following workflow. So what I want to get ChatGPT to do now is to clean some files for me. So I have two master lists and one new list over here. So I want to compare the new list against the two master lists and remove any duplicates that's in the new list so that I can get a clean list and add the context to the master list. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to just attach three files here. Yep, and just explain to ChatGPT what I want it to do. Please check the attached file, sample master list 1 and sample master list 2. And what's the name of this file? New list 1 and new 1. So compare the accounts in new list 1 against both master list and remove duplicate accounts from new list 1 that appear on the master list as well, and format their name to only keep their first name. Okay, so just see whether you'll come up with the perfect prompt for us. Boom, there you go. So it has generated a perfect reusable prompt for our workflow. So it's best as well if you want to we want a prompt that allows us to reuse it every time. So we can just copy and paste the prompt and just change some of the variables there. So what I've done earlier as well, I've asked it to include the variables only on top. So I do not need to change the variables at the body of the of the workflow. So what it has came up is, for me, new to every time I want to rerun this workflow, I just need to change this variable here, master list 1, master list 2, and the new list here. Just these three variables and it's ready to go. So I just copy this prompt and I just open a new ChatGPT and I just paste it there. And I attach that three files again. So if you attach a new file, like for example, this is no longer called new list 1, it's a new list 2. So you just need to come here and change this part over here. And you can just let it run. So you see the prompt that it has come out. It's very structured, like how we have explained earlier. It comes up with markdown format with the row, that your data cleaning agent skill in comparing multiple Excel files, identifying duplicates, and formatting names consistently, and give it some objective on what we want it to do to compare and clean the files across the three Excel files. Because the files that I have is influences data, so that's why you can identify that as well. And it gives it a step-by-step instruction on what to do. So first step is for it to load the files, to import the files, the three files over here, and to identify unique accounts. So compare the accounts from two of the master lists against the news file, and compare the column with unique ID column to identify the duplicates. Then the next part of the workflow is for it to format the names as well. So in the column, define as the name column, keep only the first name. So it gives you some examples as well on what is a first name. So it says remove all surnames, middle names, and just keep the first name. So ChatGPT can easily know what's the output we're expecting. Then ask it to come up with an output file. Yeah, there you go. So you can just download the clean file, then do whatever you want with it. And this process is rinse and repeat. So you can just use the same prompt. What you can do is to save the prompt into a Google Doc or things like that. And whenever you want to run the same workflow, you can just copy the same prompt again and just change those variables over here. So hopefully that explains to you on how to use the master prompt easily to generate well-structured, perfect prompt like this, without needing to write all this by yourself, line by line. So everything is generated by ChatGPT. You basically just need to give it one prompt, and it goes from there. See that? It's clean, accurate, and ready to copy and paste. This is how I use AI to clean the files, write blog posts, marketing copy, automation steps, even agent workflows. And here are some of the pro tips for you. So always keep your prompt short and clear. Long one risks losing focus halfway through, just like when you explain too much in a meeting and everyone forgets your main point. And here's something most people miss. Large language model work a lot like the human brain. If you tell someone don't think of a pink elephant, what happens? Exactly, they picture a pink elephant. So AI behaves the same way. So if you tell it don't write in a robotic tone, it will just do the opposite. So instead, use positive framing like write in a natural conversational tone. You're giving it a direction to move towards, not something to avoid. And remember, these models are obsessively loyal to their roles. So if you want to fine tune a behavior, place it right inside the role section of your prompt. For example, you are a content strategist known for writing blog posts that sound effortless and human. That single line sets the entire tone for the output, much more powerful than trying to fix it at later part of the prompt. So to recap, prompt engineering isn't just about templates, it's about understanding the science of communication and applying to AI. So use role, task, specifics, context, examples, and notes for the structure of your prompt. Or if you want to just save time, just use my master prompt and let ChatGPT build the perfect one for you. If you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe. And drop a comment telling me what workflow you'll try this on. And don't miss the next one, where I'll show you how to build a website using Gemini. So thanks for watching for today, and I'll see you on the next one.